So let's talk about ghosts. People asked many times if ghosts really exist. And yes, it is a soul that has already detached from a body because the person has passed away. But then the soul remains in an intermediate state where it doesn't go back to the light completely. It stays in this realm still because it is still attached to the present identity, the last identity that soul had. The ego experience is too powerful in that life, and some people of the family are not able to leave that person aside. So these are two of the main reasons, and the third one has to do with when you as a soul feel like you need to be a guide for a family member. So it's related to the second reason. Then that soul is going to stay in this realm, invisible, and sometimes you're going to see a shadow. Some people are very perceptive, so they can even see the person. It's going to come in your dreams. You're going to feel them. You're going to feel them around, and you don't need to be scared, all right? Because it's not a bad experience. In fact, it's a very hurtful experience because that soul should be doing their journey back to the light. So what we need to do is help them go back to the light. If we are ready to detach from the soul, this is the second thing that we have to do. So we have to grieve for sure. We have to really do the process of grieving and acceptance of that loss. If we don't do it completely, and that soul believes they are here to guide us until we accomplish a certain level of awareness, of consciousness, because we need to learn something about ourselves. There is a lesson that we still have to learn, and they think that they need to be around us. This is in their soul contract, so they stay around us to be our keepers, our guards. So they're in this intermediate state and then n dimension of reality. It's not in the 3D, it's in a 4 and 5D dimension. So what we need to do, we need to help them find the light and go back to the light. In past life regression hypnosis sessions, I help a lot of souls to go back to the light when they are related to the person that is coming to the session. So it's a very sacred experience because we get to accompany the person to say goodbye to that loved one. They get messages from that loved one. It's a channeling, but you channel it through yourself, so you have a vision. You get the message, the information. You get to hug them again because you feel all your senses are alive. So it's a very sacred moment of goodbye, and it helps a lot to accept that loss. In fact, it is very helpful. So for the person here, it's very helpful, and for the soul, it's beautiful because they get to say goodbye as well, and we help them find the light in the session, so they go through the light. If you are not decided to do a hypnosis session with this specific technique, that is the quantum healing hypnosis technique, because not in every hypnosis you get to this state of your higher self. This is a particular technique by Dolores Cannon, and only the specialist that knows how to help the soul, because it understands the process of helping the soul, is going to be able to do it. So not every hypnotist knows how to do this, not even with the same technique. But if you don't want to do a hypnosis session and you want to do it by yourself, you can do it. This is why after people die in the Catholic religion, they have 9 days of prayers for that soul to find the light, because it's a way of grieving. It's a ritual that helps the detachment to say goodbye. The prayer at the end, it's an intention that you put in the process that you're going through. You went through that loss, and the process that you're going to be going through is saying goodbye and helping go to the light. So you can do the same, praying or not praying. It's the same as a meditation. You are gonna turn on a candle. You can put different things in your place that are sacred, to make a special ritual, but a candle is enough. If you have your guides, you believe in angels or anything up above from that realm, angels, Virgin Mary, Jesus Christ, try not to use different types of gods or goddesses, because some of them belong to the inside realm of the universe, so they won't be able to help you in this process. You don't want the soul to get attached to those deities. You want that soul to find their own light, their own freedom. So don't relate it to anything that is not from the angelic realm, Virgin Mary, Jesus Christ, or any of the ascended masters that are more pure, related to the Christ consciousness. This is very important. We don't want the soul to get lost in the process. So you turn on your candle, you put your intentions. Many times I tell people to write a letter of goodbye to that person, so the emotion can come up, because we need to be in an emotional state to connect to the soul, because it is around. So we want to be able to connect to that soul that is still here around us. They are listening to us in our words or even telepathically, because once you lose the body, you don't need the voice. You have the thought, the mind, everything is energy. So even in your own mind, you can talk to that person, and you're going to feel it through your heart. And you have to say thank you. First of all, you have to thank them for everything that they represented to you in your life, everything that you learned through them. And we need to tell them goodbye, okay? Because we know they're going to be better ascending in their process to light. And we're going to show them with the candle to find that beautiful white, yellow portal, light or flame that is in that room where you're at, because you're helping open a portal of light, calling their guards, their guides, to help them find the light and go through the light, and invite them to go through the light, and then do some type of prayer or meditation where you are like accompanying them. So it can be through a soft singing, and you do it through a visualization. You have to visualize the light portal. This is a space only full of white, yellow and golden light. That is it. There's nothing else. It's just white, yellow and gold, and you're inviting them to go to that light, saying goodbye, saying thank you, helping them across that portal. And then you have to close the portal. You said thank you to your own guides, thank you to your soul, thank you to the soul that you just said goodbye, and you ask for your guides and for your higher self to close that portal. And you close it with your vision. You put your intentions, your real intentions, and you're going to be able to do this. So now you're learning how to help souls cross to the light. This is how I do it. In the past life regressions, it works. It's beautiful. Of course, in that state of consciousness, we get to see so much more from that realm, all right, from that realm of the ghost experience, because you are in that state of connection through your hypnotic state of consciousness. So there's a part of the conscious mind that drops down, drops off, it's not working, thinking this is real or not real. So you're there, you're experiencing it and helping and having another encounter with that soul. So any of these two ways of doing it is much better than doing it with someone else. You can do it with another type of alternative therapist. You know that there are people that help with this. But sometimes, not all of them, but some of them do it with this type of esoteric mode where they bring other elements, sometimes other deities, sometimes other gods and goddesses. I really don't suggest that. I really don't suggest it, because any realm inside the universe takes energy. We're doing an exchange of energy inside the universe all the time. And what we really want from our true hearts is freedom. Freedom. We're doing this from our unconditional love to that soul. So I really recommend that you do it by yourself. If you don't feel strong enough in the hypnosis or in your own process of meditation, then yes, look for someone else and tell me how it goes. All right, have a beautiful day. I hope this video is useful, and let's help all the souls that we can to go across the real light, the real portal to their own ascension.